I don't remember. I don't remember
That
you
was-
talking about that.
That was perfect.
Perfect
That was
time.
perfect.
Don't remember and you talked to me any of that.
That got me good.
We weren't
Welcome to
saying
another
anything.
episode
Welcome.
of Gaming Podcast, episode 95. Caboose is
Oh.
just talking nonsense, telling lies.
No.
See?
He was right. I was saying it didn't demo well.
I don't think it demoed well.
Time.
No. I actually stand by that. I
Yeah,
actually
I
don't
said
think
I
it
had
demoed well.
fun.
It did. No, it didn't.
But
Yeah, you're definitely
it looks
right.
like it opened up later on in the game.
So you're all wrong and I'm right. We got that. Okay.
No, but the thing is, Aaron, is that I'm at least adult enough to say that I was wrong, and I'll give you your kudos that you're a tastemaker when it comes to the DK Bananza.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Now, on the other hand,
No one else.
On the other hand, I will
No one else
never admit that I was
says
wrong
I
about
like
Death
that.
Stranding 1. Okay? I like Death Stranding 2. I will never admit I was wrong about Death Stranding 1, though.
Didn't
All
I?
right.
No.
I'll allow it.
Truth.
I actually, Death
Oh,
Stranding
wow.
2 is way better than Death Stranding 1.
Thank
Way
you.
better, yeah. I'll allow it.
It's significantly better. Like, it just, you're right into it way faster.
Although, I don't know. You didn't like the tutorial for Donkey Kong. I don't know if we really can share opinions here. So,
I thought it was a podcast where we all shared opinions. My bad.
No, this is a
My bad,
purely
dude.
objective
Nope.
podcast only. No
Exactly.
subjective remarks or reviews.
Fair.
It's all based on facts and facts alone.
Yeah, that's your will.
The fact is,
Zero.
Donkey Kong Bananza has a terrible tutorial.
I think it demoed at an event poorly.
At the
I
event,
think
it
wasn't.
was.
You didn't
yeah.
get the whimsy or the
You got
completeness
hints
elements
of
of
it.
it.
You got
Yeah,
hints
for
of
sure,
it.
right?
Yeah.
But it was
cool. looking.
Hints of
playing
it, yeah.
like a tutorial. Like,
Here's the
it felt
thing.
like
You
it
got to
was-
You didn't have
remember.
enough time with it to really enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Here's the thing. You got to remember. They actually skipped ahead in the demo at the Switch 2 event. They went from just like when you just got the bananas to basically where you're in the first open world part. You missed the whole. They skipped
Yeah, you
over the
just-
entire underground area that you do. So I don't know. I
They
think
knew people wouldn't leave. You know, long time that level, you just kept. I'm like, oh, what's that over there? I'm like, they're like, you gotta go 20 minutes, get out.
yeah.
That's-
So
that's
that's why
fair.
the 20
they
minutes
knew.
is a poor demo time.
They
for that
knew.
game.
Yeah, the alarm sounds like, all right, get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I need to
Play
go
something
collect your stamps.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
back-
you're all
we're
wrong.
back.
And I'm right. You're all wrong and I'm right. We got that.
Yeah.
So,
So welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah, Steve, how are you doing, Steve? Welcome back.
I'm doing really
found
well. I
you.
mean, it's National Chicken. Yeah, you did. I came out of the bunker. I'm out of the bunker.
Chicken
It's
wing.
National
That's-
Chicken Wing Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had
out
to come out.
just
I had to
for
rise
Chicken Wing
like
Day.
the phoenix.
Basically.
I did. I really did. I'm looking forward to some hot honey garlic wings today.
Hell yeah.
Celebrate.
How hot?
Wow.
Would you like to know?
I-
Wouldn't you like to know?
I didn't ask because I wasn't curious.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Sorry.
I'll let you
How many
know.
people in
What
the
I-
room? He
what
just
I
said he cast
what I meant to
fireballs.
ask, what I meant to ask was how garlic.
oh, right.
Oh, so much, very garlic.
It's
Very
the
garlic. Yeah.
We've got the
Most
National
garlic.
Hot Wings podcast coming up right after this. that
Yep,
you guys
that's
can
right.
tune
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Riley, how are you doing?
Doing well. Doing
Mhm.
well. Yep. I'm trying to 100% Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm
You going
very
Bonanza?
close. I'm going Bonanza over here, and I'm very freaking close.
This is definitely a game
That's a
that I wish
beautiful
Nintendo had
song.
achievements. Because for the love of God, I definitely do want 100
Yeah.
100% this game.
Same.
We-
I,
dude,
I
I-
wish there was achievements. for
That's the
this
thing.
one.
Oh, he's got the amiibo.
There he is.
I got
the
it.
amiibo.
Where'd you secure that?
I bought this at my local Walmart at Walmart.ca.
Oh, I know that.
Buy it now. Buy it
Buy
now.
now,
Walmart.
buy now,
There you
Walmart.
go. There you go.
It's great.
Crisp.
It is good though.
It's well made.
But
Oh,
I really do wish they had achievements.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I wish
This is
that they
definitely
had
a game you're like, oh, I'm gonna get all of them.
I just feel empty without it. You know, like I need these.
I like that so far. Again, I haven't finished the game. I'm only about like sub level 300. But what I like about it is that it gives you the amount of discovery and exploration that you would get from like a Breath of the Wild or even a Mario Odyssey, if we want to keep that in like specific to the team. But also, it's like you could try to collect everything if you wanted to, and there's a possibility that you can. But if you just want to collect just enough to kind of explore the level and have some fun, and then once you're done, continue on with the story, you totally can. And that's kind of the vibe I'm going with. I'm having fun just exploring the world, collecting all the coins, finding all the hidden, what do they call them? Like the different, like the secret hidden areas, where basically you're collecting
the challenge
like,
rooms.
the challenge rooms. Yeah. I found my first nostalgia one. I was like, I really like that a lot.
Nice.
I really enjoyed that a lot, including the fact that even then the environment is completely destructible. So I was like,
it's so cool.
That was a cool touch.
Yeah.
Is that nostalgia country?
Nostalgia country, exactly.
Did you find the first secret banana?
I found it after I found the first two, because I was like, my personal goal is in those challenge rooms. I want to get every single banana from it.
You
have to.
So you went back. I mean, finding that one, it's placed in an area that's really cool and has a ton of Easter eggs.
Yeah, if you play the first game, you know exactly what what it is. It's like it's so perfectly placed. It's like
I remember I remember playing one of the challenge rooms like very early on where it really like opened up like how much is destructible and just how much like player freedom there is in the game, where it's like one of the bananas I had to like cling on to the roof of something and there were a bunch of like little walls coming by and you had to like slot yourself through, right? And I couldn't get like into a path. So I was sitting there like, what do I do? Like what am I jumping off of to get through it? And I was like, at one point I was like, screw it. I'm just going to punch the wall and see if it breaks. And it worked. And it was just one of those moments of just like, yeah, like I can just kind of just brute force my way through everything. And yeah, like the level of exploration that you get out of that too, when you're just in like those little open levels, it's so much fun. And I knew that from when I demoed it.
And it made sense because it's like it had a breath of wild, or at least it's even Tears of the Kingdom kind of vibe. Like when you're going through the shrines, you're like, oh yeah, I could build this thing and however it works. And like Nintendo's like, yeah, okay, just do whatever, it works. So if you find a secret or a shortcut way to be able to do it, like it's the game mechanics, it's not cheating. You figured out a way to do it.
Right.
I really like it when you're able to grab like the mud and you're able to throw the mud or throw like snow and stuff and like pack it up and create
a nice little bridge if you want to.
Yep.
I like how we jumped into like our last topic first.
There was no topic for Donkey Kong. There's no one
without even finishing the instructions.
You literally put Donkey Kong review in the document.
That was last week.
Well, I
don't know.
We don't have topics.
I do have topics. I just didn't put the I do have topics here for you guys, you know. But Caboose, I'm going through the list. Caboose, how you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing good. I think there's going to be quite a bit to talk about today. I've got a topic. I'm sure you've got it, Marcel, as well. But in case you don't, I've got it ready in case if we want to talk about it. But yeah, like it is not that. Although we could talk about that. It has to do with PlayStation, actually.
Oh yes.
Horizon.
Yeah. No, something else. Something else.
Okay.
But we can get into that in a bit. But I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm playing a lot of different games.
Mysterious.
Oh, is it the thing that happened that was sort of this tiny bit of news from like last Friday or whatever?
Posting?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yes, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of games to play right now, and I'm just enjoying the summer.
Cool. Steve V. That's Steve V. Steve Saylor.
Wow.
I'm just so happy to see you, Steve V.
Go back.
It's fine. Steven, go again.
Hot garlic.
You got me the garlic wings.
No, I'm doing good. I spent the past couple of days jumping through DK Bananza, just kind of enjoying my time. I was actually at a cottage this weekend where I just got to sit out on the dock playing Donkey Kong Bananza, and it was quite enjoyable. It was quite relaxing, and had a great time. So, doing pretty good. Just basically looking forward to whatever we're gonna get from a bunch of different potential announcements soon-ish. Hopefully, we'll see.
When this episode comes out, we'll find out people are a bunch of liars or phonies. I don't know.
You phony.
You phony! You said it'll be a
Think
direct.
that
There's no
phony.
directs. Nintendo should hold until August 1st just to mess with them.
They should.
That should be like, no direct this month. Like, what the hell? Anyway, Camille, what's going on?
Absolutely enjoying summer. That's my mission, and I've been doing that. I've been slow. I've actually been busy this past week, so I haven't got too far in Donkey Kong Bananza. So,
Have you been
chipping away at
painting?
that. Oh my God, yes. You know the nostalgia of painting.
Mario painting?
I've been like, man, I wish my old files were in here, killing that fly swatter. You know.
Right.
So good, so good. I'm so happy they brought it. But yeah, just enjoying summer, just relaxing, and then work in between.
Another thing for Mario Paint, if you have an original Switch, you can just plug in a mouse. For those who don't know, you don't need the actual Switch 2 mouse, the tiny mouse and all that stuff. So, Sony has made a lot of announcements. First, like wireless fighting stick. It's good. They have Tokon Fighters coming out. You can demo at Evo this weekend. Evo's this weekend as well.
I'm not going to Evo. I am
That's
so
what you did.
bummed. Invincible versus.
Why did they send you? Why did they not bring you out?
Tokon? I don't know.
Come
I
on,
don't know.
man. They should have brought you
I
out.
don't know.
I got no control over those things, but
And he loves.
please bring me out. No, but yeah, like
He's like, no, I should be.
PlayStation. But yeah, like I'm really looking for.
I'm looking forward to see all the stuff from Evo.
So hyped. I'm so hyped.
Wasn't enough for that PlayStation Evo love. I don't know what is.
I guess not. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know.
But Caboose, what do you think about the news that PlayStation had last week?
Okay, so yeah, so this
Spider-Man to Nintendo. It's coming. It's happening.
Oh my god.
Peter's coming back.
There was a job posting that was put up for the position that is the Senior Director of Multi-Platform and Account Management. A lot of info in this job posting, but the gist of it that a lot of people have taken away is that it sounds like PlayStation is starting to gear up for some of their games to become available on platforms beyond just PC. We're seeing in the job posting that they want people to lead the commercial contribution to PlayStation Studios' mid to long range planning, ensuring Sony. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. This is what I wanted to see here. To oversee the out-of-year commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios titles across all non-PlayStation platforms, driving long-term revenue growth and audience reach. And so basically, this has put the idea in a lot of people's heads that you can see an Uncharted or a God of War or maybe even a Spider-Man pop up on something like Xbox down the line. Now, you might not see Spider-Man 2 or God of War Ragnarok or Last of Us 2 on the Switch 2, but you might see Spider-Man 1. You might see the first God of War. You might see Uncharted 1 through 3, maybe even Uncharted 4 on a Switch 2. And it does sound like a lot of this has to do, or at least the way I'm interpreting it, is because of the ballooning of budgets in AAA titles. I think these games are starting to cost more and more and more. And it's part of the reason why PlayStation has expanded to PC. It's part of the reason why you see Spider-Man 2 come to PC about a year after release, because they just know that audience reach, it's too good not to capitalize on. And now they're starting to realize that there still are a lot of people out there who have Xboxes or Nintendo Switch. And so why not just capitalize on that audience as well? The way I'm interpreting all this, I don't think you're going to see Spider-Man 3 come out day and date on Xbox and PlayStation.
No.
It's always going to be PlayStation first because there needs to be the incentive to get that console. But I do think we are going to live in a world within the next 10 years where you see Spider-Man end up on Xbox, where you see God of War, Uncharted, all those end up on Xbox. And it's just a large part because they just need that revenue to come in to help fund these massive AAA budgets.
Console World
It's no secret that the industry is just in this inflection point where developers are kind of being strained by timelines and budgets and everything. And I mean, we're already kind of seeing it where PlayStation is a little more loose with certain games going to other platforms. I mean, Helldivers 2 is already, coming to Xbox, and a lot of people were like, that will never happen. There will never be a case where that happens. But I think you kind of touched on something really important here is that, there are certain, there's a hierarchy in terms of how these games are treated after their initial launch, where it is, PlayStation first. And then it's, maybe it's bring it over to PC and let a new batch of players, a new audience kind of get a hold of this game. And then maybe we go go to PlayStation Plus, get another little batch of players, and maybe hold on to that subscription base and everything. But now we're looking at, we need even more. We need a third wave. We need a fourth wave, which is where, Nintendo Switch can come in, Xbox can come in as well in some cases. So I think, when you're looking at older games like the Nathan Drake collection of an Uncharted, it's like, well, is that really selling anymore? Probably not. What are they going to do? Yeah. I mean, in certain cases where it's already come to PC, it's like, well, yeah, just bring it over to Switch. At that point, it's kind of a moot game. It's going to have a great amount of retention on something like Xbox or Switch, purely out of the surprise factor of it all. I mean, look at Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation. Yeah, one of the best-selling games on PlayStation this year is an Xbox game, because one, is a great game, but two, there's the wow factor of, oh my god, I'm seeing a great Xbox game on a PlayStation, and that can go for PlayStation as well. You bring it over like Gran Turismo or something like that, like ones that make sense. And to your point, Ghost of Yote definitely not coming to Switch day and date. I mean, even in like 5 years, but things change.
You two make a good point. Like, obviously, I think they're at a point where it's more of also the consumer like wanting these games available. Like, I think we're long are the days of console wars, but I think it is like the consumer is expecting to be able to play games on multiple platforms, and they're less likely to buy a full console just to play older games on. And I think with PlayStation, though, there's still a little bit of that console war in them. So when we are looking at, obviously, they won't have like their new games day one on Xbox Game Pass. I'm also kind of thinking we won't see something like I feel like their big titles, even how old they are, on something like Game Pass, unless it's a PC Game Pass. Like, I still think they're against PlayStation heavy games being played on the Xbox, but more likely to have it available on a Game Pass, like PC Game Pass, where it's still like within a third party-esque platform that they're happy to have those old games live on. And Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo's always the exception for PlayStation, where it's like, they now have a decent relationship that they're willing to like have those games.
A budding relationship.
We made you, okay? Nintendo's like, we made you. We can take you out.
PlayStation is the oldest sibling. Xbox is like the youngest that gets mistreated, and then Nintendo's the middle child, where like
Nintendo's the eldest. Like they're the oldest.
I think it's like they're the middle child, where like the older brother, respects them, and then the younger brother
Nintendo
also.
was gonna create the PlayStation for.
It's true.
Yeah,
Sony,
Nintendo's the reason that the
PlayStation even exists.
I'm not saying that.
He's just saying, I get what he means. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say
what you mean.
the guys, they share the love with Nintendo. They're butting heads with PlayStation and Xbox.
But that's the thing too, right? Like, I still think it's like, I wouldn't get too optimistic about this news, because it will happen within phases. I don't think it's going to be something like where we see this year those games coming to Xbox Game Pass or Xbox platform. I think it will be where it's like, the Nathan Drake collection. It's like we see that for PC on Game Pass or something, or we see that on Nintendo.
Sure.
I think it's quicker to come to Nintendo first than Xbox. And
they're already doing that.
Everyone,
I think so.
games.
This is very
Lego
clearly
Horizon.
Yeah, exactly, right? This is very clearly like they're dipping their toes. You know what I mean? They're just trying to feel the waters and see what everyone thinks. You're going to see maybe something like a Nathan Drake collection. But I do think that the long term of this is that they inevitably want to get some of those bigger titles onto other consoles or onto other platforms. I don't think, again, you're not going to see Spider-Man 3 come to an Xbox anytime soon after its release, but inevitably, maybe. And based on this job posting, it could even be likely.
Do you think that'll make a big difference, though? Like, we look at the state of Xbox right now, like specifically when we look at Xbox. I think for PC, it definitely does. Like, especially when you look at streamers and streamers liking to go back to older games that they were able to play because it wasn't on PC. But having, PlayStation games on Xbox, yes, that would be beautiful, for the unity of gamers and the dissolve of the console wars. But like, does that really make a huge difference for PlayStation?
I think this is kind of like put a different sort of wrinkle into the conversation, because we're all definitely talking about older titles being ported over. And yes, that definitely could be a possibility. But I think with the way that current PlayStation strategy is that I think this job position probably might be for newer titles. Not necessarily like we're talking Spider-Man 3 and porting it to Xbox or Nintendo, but I'm thinking like the Lego Horizon or a Helldivers, where it makes sense to be able to have it be multi-platform, or it's designed to be on a different platform like Lego Horizons for Nintendo Switch. I think it could potentially be we're kind of going into that direction, because right now PlayStation is still operating by the same console cycle that they've been in since the beginning. They make a console, they make games for that console, they make another console, and they make games for that console. And that is definitely like they are, minus other than Nintendo kind of having the huge success with the Switch. We'll see what it's going to be like for the Switch too. PS5 essentially for this new generation is currently the leader in regards to its hardware. It has the most amount of hardware out there. And yeah, they're in a bit of a slow period right now for their current like exclusive games, but that is still technically their MO. I mean, we've already seen their games of service being dropped back, so we know that strategy has kind of failed. And I can see PlayStation going back, hey, you know what? We're a single player company, so we're going to go with only single player type games that are built for our platform, and then we have like the few other kind of games like, again, a Helldivers or Lego Horizon. Would I love to see a Nathan Drake collection or Spider-Man on Xbox or Nintendo? It would make logical and financial sense, because I think definitely Spider-Man is a shoe-in to be able to be ported over to at least Xbox, because that's their biggest, like arguably their biggest franchise, and it's most recognizable
Switch too.
Like
they put Spider-Man there, that would be crazy.
I was gonna say, you bring Spider-Man PS4 to Nintendo and Xbox, you're talking at least 50 million.
Exactly, it's a recognizable IP, just regardless of who made. Like basically, people will buy it and be like, oh, okay, there's a Spider-Man game on Xbox or a Spider-Man game on Nintendo. They may not even realize that it's been out since like 2018, or even just with the remaster. So I would love to see old ports being made, because it definitely would make more sense. But I don't think. Yeah, I agree with you all. If you're saying like when you're saying like this is definitely not a anytime soon. This is like a several year mission down the line.
Yeah, I think it could actually be like not this year, obviously, but I think we could actually start seeing this next year. And I think you make a good point with Helldivers and like something like Lego Horizon. Those are like titles that kind of make sense to live on other platforms because of the audience there. And like especially for something like Helldivers, where you need to be online, you want a bigger audience, crossplay eventually, right? Like that makes sense. But what also makes sense is the fact that we're not going to have PlayStation 4 games on PS Plus starting next year. So the fact that maybe next year they could bring some of those PlayStation 4 games to other platforms, I think is a good possibility as well.
Yeah, I think it works well. So they actually have, if you've like for Hot Shots and Patapon in particular, they have a strategic partnership with Bandai Namco. And they're licensing the IP to release it on other platforms like Nintendo. So we're going to see more of that, especially with they have an even deeper partnership that they announced where Sony purchased a large amount of Bandai Namco. And they mentioned in the press release that's more for the anime side of things, but that is, I mean, it's all copacetic. Like it all kind of works together. So we're going to see a lot more of that. The question is like, we're seeing fringe IP on the Namco side, like Hot Shots Golf and Patapon, which are not going to move consoles per se, but they're beloved PlayStation IP. We know there's a Patapon movie coming up. They announced that a while ago. So stuff like that is going to become more commonplace. But the question is like, what IP is fringe enough that they can do it, or old enough that they can do it? I think the first Spider-Man game makes a lot of sense. I think there's nothing but upside for that if they wanted to do that.
That would turn the tide basically towards like, okay, now anything's on the table as far as being ported over.
Yeah, right. Like nobody's buying a PS5 or for the first Spider-Man game. Like it had its moment. It did really well. Now it's on PC. it's not much of a jump. It's not going to do anything that way. And the thing is too, like there's no guarantees. Like a lot of the stuff will remain exclusive on PlayStation. So they're going to be very bullish about that. It's just a matter of
I think there's also like a middle ground. I think there's a middle ground where you're looking at something like a God of War, Last of Us, even maybe even Spider-Man to a certain extent, and then you're looking at the Patapons. And I think it really does come down to what Sony's experiences were going through the waves of Helldivers 2, is that there was always that conversation of like, well, just bring it to Xbox. It has this great buzz. Everyone's loving it. Just bring it to Xbox and just think of the amount of money that you could. And for a long time, they resisted. It didn't seem like they had a real big interest. But now I wonder if they're sitting there in the boardroom being like, God damn, like what would have happened had we just pulled the trigger earlier? How much money could we have made? And now you're also dealing with the PlayStation that is off the fringes of, Concord, the delay of Marathon. You have Fair Games on the horizon too. And sure, some of those are coming to Xbox, but what's going to happen for the Horizon game, the online game? That's an IP that, well, I love, struggles immensely, even with the hardcore of PlayStation. So if you're Sony and you're looking at the IP as a whole, well, why not bring Zero Dawn to Xbox at this point? Because really, no one is going.
Video series, like there's lots of Twisted Metal.
Until
Dawn.
Yeah, I'd even argue too that a lot of this has to do with, and this isn't like exactly what's happening, but just to like kind of give like to say this like almost in layman's terms, like it has a lot to do with Xbox essentially conceding, right? This Xbox being the first to go ahead and say Gears of War coming to PlayStation. It was basically like that first signal, I imagine, to PlayStation be like, all right, we really don't need to compete anymore. Like Xbox understands it now. Everyone gets
They're
it.
in line.
We
Well, I mean, if you think about it too, I mean, PlayStation has been like PlayStation has been getting hit for stuff too. I mean, like they. I think you were right, Stephen. That like it would have been great if someone had boarded me. Oh man, we should have jumped on Helldivers going to Xbox right away. But at the time when it came out, that was still relatively at the beginning of their supposed games as a service push. Like we did not know what Concord had still yet to come out. At
Last of Us Online was still
Last of Us was still exactly. So I think that was still the strategy that they're going for, and I think that this job position is probably a small signal to basically to like, okay, now we need to kind of rethink our strategy a little bit, and what's the best way to be able to do that? Okay, well maybe start porting our library or creating games that are specific for multi-platform, because they also been very specific in when they said platforms that are not PlayStation to only mean just PC, because they've already had that strategy kind of nailed down. Yes. But we do have those two outliers with Helldivers coming to Xbox, which I think is probably their biggest sort of like, oh, that's a biggest shift, because Lego Horizon coming to the Switch, that's it's designed to be perfectly situated for the Switch.
Role is to reach a broader audience.
Exactly.
Nintendo makes sense.
Yeah, but with like Helldivers coming to Xbox, they could have just kept it on PlayStation and PS5 and PCs for the longest time, and it would have maybe ridden off into the galaxy. Okay, like that would have been it for the game, and it would have ended, or would have kept going, maybe with a few updates here and there. But they're thinking, okay, well, if we can't get our money via live service on a regular basis, what can we do? And right now, this current strategy in the industry is, well, let's do multi-platform.
Yeah.
Do you see, like, I know there were talks about a God of War like remaster of like the collections, the older ones. Can you see something like that coming to multi-plat instead of like the tradition, the current tradition?
I guess it depends how remastered it is. I think having a window of exclusivity is still beneficial for PlayStation.
Yeah. They would need to also dedicate a studio to work on it. It's not as simple as like just importing into a file and be like and convert to Xbox.
No, but I just know there were talks of like a new.
Well, there's reports right of like a Metroidvania style God of War game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense on Nintendo. Like I don't
canceled.
I don't think
that. I don't think it got canceled. I think
I heard that it was a God of War.
I think it got like an internal delay. Like all the rumors are pointing at it potentially coming out this year, and now like there were signs pointing.
If it's real, my point is like I think that would be the one you would
that would
bring.
make sense.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
coming to Switch on that would make a lot of sense. I do think though, if you're talking about like a remastered collection, anything that would be new in that sense, it's still got to be like landing on PlayStation first.
Like
You
if
know,
you're dropping a Bloodborne remaster, like that's got to be on PlayStation
Right.
first. Like you
Like,
got
yes.
First, yeah.
you look at like anything that Xbox has brought over to PlayStation, it's games that they have had out for a while, you know, and like even with Gears of War, it's like okay, it's like kind of like a remaster, it's redone, but you're talking the first Gears of War. That's
I still think that
for-
that PlayStation
you know?
would operate kind of like on a tier system where it's like PlayStation 5 is the first, and then
Yeah.
subcategory PC.
Yeah,
So like a
PC's
Bloodborne
next.
remaster, I
Yeah.
could definitely see them being like, "Hey, we want this on PlayStation 5 and
And
PC.
PC.
Just
Yeah.
shut all you nerds up." And
Yeah.
then,
No, but that
and
also
then
that works within their
months
current
down the
strategy.
road, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Okay, maybe
That works.
Switch."
Yeah, that works within the current strategy. Like it's been that way for every PC release of any of their games. It's like exclusivity on their on the PlayStation platform, and then a year or two later, basically we're gonna see it on PC. I mean that ramp up is actually getting shorter and shorter because it was like what God of War 2018 came out. I think it was like what 2021, 2022 when that came on PC.
Yeah.
And then it took a year to be able to bring Spider-Man 2 out. So they're ramping that up. And I think that having that year exclusivity sort of makes sense. But
Yeah.
it again, it's like we have to think of sort of like the line items on a budget. If we see, okay, you know what, hey, Spider-Man 2 did great this year. We sold as much as we can. We're probably could maybe sell it at a discount or put it in a bundle to be able to get an influx of new sales.
Mhm.
But what's the next thing to do after a year? Put it out on PC. That'll get a new influx of players in. And then a year later, or maybe 6 months later, put it on Xbox or put it on Switch, just to kind of keep that general, like it extends the lifetime of that brand. We may still make fun of it being like, okay, well, it's another Last of Us situation where they just keep re-releasing it. But hey, it makes sense for each one, so like might as well.
It
Yeah,
also makes sense for
that's pretty
PlayStation
sure.
to kind of go hard on multimedia with like,
Yeah.
you kind of already touched on it, but stuff like
Yeah.
the God of War Amazon Prime show, it would make so much sense for them to kind of align it with that, whether or not it's still real, the 2.5D Metroidvania, a remake, or whatever, to be like, okay, this is coming out on Prime. Let's throw out, God of War 2018 or this Metroidvania game on Switch or Xbox just to kind of drum up more attraction to the IP.
Yeah, but I mean, like we always think like the logical way of like, yeah, they
Oh, I
have
know.
a show coming out, a movie coming out, whatever it is, they're obviously going to do something around that, and every time
They never
these
do.
companies never do. They never.
Oh, this
do.
Fallout show is going to be huge for us. Why
Yeah.
not? Oh,
Twisted Metal.
oh, I
Why
guess
don't
we'll
they
just
do
say,
that?
They
Here's
actually
the
like
thing,
it.
though.
We
Twisted
should
Metal
have
Here's
is
the
the
thing, though.
worst defense. Twisted Metal
thing
is
that's
the
in the
worst
God of
defense.
War's favor.
It is.
Yeah.
It
The
is
thing is in
Twisted
God of
Metal.
War's favor. I mean, I think Camille, you would agree with me on this one. Ronald D. Moore is the showrunner of this show, so and he's got a good pedigree going. So I got a lot of faith in that guy to be able to make this a good show.
Sony's been a
crossing
bit
my
more
fingers.
strategic about it too. To be fair to Sony, it sounds like they had some issue getting a Twisted Metal game out the gates.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Yeah.
it lined up the way they had hoped, but they remastered Uncharted 4
But
and
they
dropped
could've-
that,
they
and the
could've
Last of Us stuff they've
remastered
done. So
like the old Twisted Metal games. Like they could have done something.
I think
Put it
they
on
Especially
sale.
off the heels of the success
I know.
of
I
that
think they
show.
had a plan, and it was just too late
Yeah.
at some point. where
But
they're
here's
like,
the thing: I don't think any company has ever been able to like really capitalize on a TV show or movie release. Like I think probably Fallout to a certain degree, without having a Fallout game coming out. I think they did the right thing by basically putting everything on sale, doing new events in Fallout 76, and getting people interested. I think that was probably the best showcase of, let's celebrate the launch of a good show and make this all happen. But everyone else basically has kind of failed in that. Like they absolutely failed on capitalizing on The Last of Us. Even though they had The Last of Us Part 1 or whatever.
Remaster Part 1, remade, remodeled, remastered.
Yeah, but they tried. They had a roguelike that basically had it, but they didn't really fully like capitalize on anything. Like it
I
just
think the best one so far has been the Mario movie, and then Mario Wonder later in the year. with that. Like that is probably
Yeah, but that didn't really tie in though.
It doesn't need to tie in. It just needs to have
Just
that
keeping it in the public
IP
conscious.
coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like on top of, you know, public mind. People are still talking about the Mario movie. It's coming to Netflix. I think it's on now. You know, like it's just all those
Like,
things.
it's always in the top 10 too.
It's,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like bam, new Mario game, right? Like that
Well,
makes sense.
It was particularly interesting too with Fallout because that ended up being the case of just it had such large viewership, and it was a lot of people who just had no idea about any
Right.
of these games.
Right.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it
That's
drew
that's
like
it.
insane interest in the franchise. And so now like Bethesda's just in like a really good position where they just keep going with that show. They're obviously working on another Fallout game, and whenever that does inevitably come around, if we're at like a season 3 or 4 of the show and it's still extremely popular, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Like, the game is going to be massive.
So when
Well,
is
they
season
think-
2 coming out?
Is it this year?
Coming
It's
next
this year. I
year.
think it's the
Or is it
fall.
this
Next
year,
year?
fall, and then into
Okay.
Okay,
next
look
year,
this
no?
up.
Because I
I
think
don't
they already had like a Bethesda like at the showcase, right, for the summer
I think
showcase
it's like
already.
almost the very end of this year. Yeah, December 2025.
December.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
December.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it's also Bethesda's an interesting case with Fallout because I think off, you know, Fallout 76 not doing as well as they hoped on release. It's kind of like they had to kind of figure out what that next step is. So like it was funny because like, you know, Fallout 4, everyone talks Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the Fallout, right? And it's like when Fallout the series came out, everyone was still talking about Fallout 4, not Fallout 76.
know.
Well, no,
So-
actually, I would beg to differ. There was a lot of
Really?
interest in Fallout, like a lot of new players signing up for Fallout 76 because that was the most like recent
Even I
thing.
did.
The
Yeah.
thing about 76
Well,
is just
but
for
that
some
time-
reason
they gave it away for
it
free too.
keeps hanging
Yeah,
they
on.
gave it away
Like that
for-
game
yeah.
just keeps hanging on.
But I think
It's
because
fishing
they had
now.
an update, right? Like, yeah, they did the updates,
Fishing.
so the game is different than it was on release, right? So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
it was at a point I think where they could have marketed that harder while they gave it for free.
Yeah.
But still, like when you looked at people talking about Fallout like online, what I was seeing is most people talking about Fallout 4 and like how that's their you know favorite.
Well,
Fallout.
they also released like the next gen patch for it
Yes.
too.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. Yeah, that was the
the
thing. It was
PS5
getting people to
and
play that Fallout 3 and New Vegas and all that
Yeah.
too. So
I just think they were surprised the show did well
Yeah.
at this point. I just
I
think,
do too.
I think they probably saw
They're
some
like,
screens.
"Oh,
They're like,
crap."
we will get something, and they're like, oh my god, do you see it? They actually like it. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
also,
Halo didn't set them up for success. I think.
Yeah.
yeah, that was about to be my thing too. It's like, yeah, Halo didn't
Yeah.
exactly like give them a lot of
didn't help
confidence in
at all,
their stuff. But also as well,
Well,
like,
even in the preview, like when press got their hands on all the screeners for Fallout, they like when it came out to the public, it all came out at once, which usually typically means like, hey, we have very low confidence in
Yeah.
this compared
Yeah.
to all of Prime's other stuff, which releases weekly. I think
Yeah.
they were very taken aback by
The success of
the
it.
reception to the show.
Well, it'd be,
Yeah.
you know, like I think if there is a studio that would release something when a show or movie comes out, it would be Ubisoft with the Assassin's Creed show. Like,
Stop!
they're
We
so
can't do
used-
this again.
They're so used to putting out an Assassin's Creed game like right after the next one. I feel like they'll just be like, yeah, okay, let's just slap something together and put it out. While
How do they have money to do this? Like, I don't, how
I
are they
don't know.
doing this? I don't understand.
I don't know.
knows.
I mean, wait, do you remember that? What was it? A couple years ago when they had that Netflix announcement of that animated show from like, what was it, Far Cry New Dawn or whatever? That did that ever happen?
Yeah, that came out.
That came out.
What?
I had no idea.
Yeah, the Blood Dragon one. Yeah.
Blood Dragon. Yeah, that came out.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah, it
happened to
has Rayman in it.
Oh, that
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Was anybody talking about it?
No.
I don't know. That's why that was what I was asking. Like, is
I
that
think
actually
it's
come
in
out
the
or anything?
second season.
Because yeah, like, what was it? They also have a ghost. They also have a Ghost Recon thing supposed to happen, or a Far Cry thing as well.
Captain
Oh, they announced an
Laserhawk.
Assassin's Creed one was coming. Devil
Yeah,
May
I
Cry
remember that one.
slapped,
It was
actually. That
Captain
really
Laserhawk, a Blood
A
Dragon
Blood
remix.
remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that came
What
out.
is that name?
Yeah.
Came out, but
20
then Adi Shankar, he moved over to do Devil May Cry, so I don't
Which
really
is
know.
really good. I
Which
really
is
like
so
that.
fucking good. If
Well,
anyone
Seems like
hasn't
the
watched
sh-
that,
when you
Oh, it
open
is-
up
it is
your
very good.
show with Limp Bizkit,
oh my
like,
god,
oh come on!
Oh, wait, that's how they open
soundtrack
the
of that
show?
series?
I need
Yeah.
to watch
Oh,
this now.
dude.
the theme
You
song.
have to watch
my,
it.
My
Okay.
only thing, it's like that was like I liked the vibe they were going for with the music, but being a DMC fan, the music just didn't give me DMC. Like it needed
That's
to be.
fair.
I'm also
you know what I
just
mean?
Adi
was just-
Shankar is just I don't know, man. I get very nervous when he's attached to projects.
He's a wild card.
He
for
is
sure.
a wild
A
card
wild
for
card.
sure.
Castlevania though, so good. I like.
I need to watch that too.
Was,
He
yeah.
also reminds me of oh my gosh, now the name's escaping me, from Scott Pilgrim. Was it the
Yes!
first yeah,
Oh my
Yes,
god,
the first
yes.
Evil X.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Oh,
he's the first Evil
yeah.
Oh, Chris Evans guy.
Pilgrim. Yeah.
God, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
Oh man.
Sami Patel. Oh my god, now you look.
There you go.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, not the Chris Evans guy.
Isn't Matthew Patel?
Matthew
I think you're right.
Patel, I think
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
Are we surprised to see Sony's sue Tencent? By the way,
No,
No.
I'm not surprised at all.
serious?
No. I don't know if you saw
Oh,
the
they-
GameSpot report, but like they tried to license the IP from Sony.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They wanted,
that,
they wanted to
and
make
then
a
they made that
Horizon
game.
game
And then
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
for mobile, I think too,
They're
right?
like,
it was
oh,
for
you're not
mobile.
gonna give us the license for it?
Well, we'll just
No,
really
they
It's
wanted
like
to
our
do
own
it.
then,
They
yeah.
pitched Sony. They pitched Sony on a new Horizon game, and Sony said no, and then they decided to make it anyway. With literally almost look like the same assets, like the
Oh,
same
yeah.
promotional
Everything.
same promotional
First it looks
poster.
like Halo.
Looks exactly
Where-
like Halo.
Where did this game get revealed? Because
Last year, I think, wasn't it? 2024.
Well, it was like a
What
game.
was
It was just a random
Was it the
trailer,
Game
I
Awards?
think, wasn't it?
I
Or-
just because it was during like an event, and I remember being like, "This is bold to assume that PlayStation's not going to bring the hammer down on these guys." I think so.
Yeah, maybe it
Just
was.
just
There's no way
wild
Jeff
to
would
me
approve
is
that. Really?
just wild that a game like that could even exist. Like, how do you get?
Supposedly
that
it was
wild?
One thing is
November-
that yes,
It was November of
they went up to
2024.
and-
yeah.
So they probably
Okay.
showed like
They-
a
They just dropped a
preview,
trailer.
a trailer,
game
and
called?
like
Light
They
of
approached PlayStation,
Moderium
And they were
or
like, "Oh yeah,
Moderium.
we're gonna do this.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna do
Yeah.
this," and they're like, "No, we're not gonna license the." But Tencent, like PlayStation, has a stake in Tencent. Like to go to your parent company and be like, "No, we're gonna rip off your IP."
Yeah.
is one
Mom,
of the
I'm gonna
most
borrow your card. No,
bold
you're
things
not.
to do.
I already left.
Yeah,
I think
No.
what's also very disappointing with this news is obviously, yeah, it's a complete ripoff of Horizon Zero Dawn, but Tencent and like these types of games that are ripoff always have like successes in like Asia, and like
Yeah.
they do
Yeah,
well in
true.
Asia, and they'll probably have like, you know, some sort of, it'll be like not Horizon Zero Dawn fully. It'll probably have like more features or like things that people wanted Horizon Zero Dawn to be, right? And it's like, if this game actually does end up coming out, it's just so unfortunate that like I could see people streaming this and be like, oh my gosh, it's so much
Yep.
better than Horizon.
It's gonna be a Pal
it's
World
like-
situation again.
Yeah, and,
It could
then,
be, yeah.
and then it's just like, oh well, it's also just like a complete ripoff of like the base game, and it's like, you're not, well, Horizon, this other game from another studio that worked really hard to create these characters and these stories, and it's like now they're not going to get that love because this Tencent ripoff is doing probably so much better because it has, you know, it's speaking to a certain audience that likes to play these types of games.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the saddest part, because then at that point, if this lawsuit doesn't go in the favor of PlayStation, then it's like, what does PlayStation do with Horizon Zero Dawn at that point?
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
That's a tough
it was
one.
it was designed to, or from what I remember reading, because I was looking into it today, is that it was supposed to be like this Light of Motrium, whatever it's called. It's supposed to be an open world survival type game, set within this sort of post-apocalyptic, you know, nature versus robots kind of thing,
Horizon?
type game.
Yeah.
No, the slide about and what I've also found funny was I was looking into it was that it says it was coming out for PC on both Steam and Epic Game Store, iOS, and PS5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
what?
so this is why I was confused, because I remember that this was making the rounds of news when it was first revealed, because PlayStation themselves had like shared the reveal trailer, and so that's why I was like, "You guys knew about this?" Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they had to share that stuff with you internally for you guys to be like, "We're gonna get this boosted on our socials." So
I
like,
wonder if
at
the
what point
reveal
along the
trailer-
way did it
Yeah.
land on someone's desk who was like, "Guys,
Guys, what are we
the
doing?
hell?"
Well, the way I mean, I will say this: the legal process to protect a copyright, it takes a very long time. So the reason why, like the reason why it's taken I think it's like it came out like end of last year, or the release was revealed end of last year. So it took about 6 to 7 months for it to be able to build at least for the PlayStation to build enough of a case where they feel like that they have a case to protect, to say, okay, no, you're infringing on our copyright.
It
That
took
part I
the Pokemon
understand.
Company a bit of time too.
That part I
Yeah.
understand. It's just
Mhm.
the being a part of the marketing of any kind, right? Like,
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
it seemed as though there wasn't any sort of self-awareness.
Well, I
going
think
into
you
know what,
assume
though?
that the person in charge of marketing, you see the trailer come on and you're like, well, this has to be on the up and up. Like this has to be approved by someone else to make it this
Yeah.
far. Like it's not the
I guess
marketing
so.
department's
I guess so, yeah.
responsibility to be like, wait, is this legal? No, if it approaches here, you're like, okay, does it check all the boxes to be like a functional trailer to end up on the PlayStation blog? PlayStation's legal department is totally separate, and they'll probably go through and suss it out and be like, "Wait a
Yeah.
minute, this is
Yeah.
You know
this
what,
isn't
though? Like,
A lot
cool.
of posts like that are collaborative too. So I mean, like,
Wait, was it
they
on
were
the PlayStation blog?
talking to each other.
I don't remember this,
I
but
don't know
if
if
they're
Aaron
sharing it
if
on
Aaron saw it,
I
maybe
don't
I'm
know.
just misremembering.
But from the reveal
I'm just because
trailer, the one
I'm
in, yeah.
sorry. Go ahead, Camille.
No, I'm just saying from the reveal trailer, like there's hints of Horizon, but they don't focus on the main character so much, just the world.
Well, yeah, because you're supposed to be the main character.
Yeah, they don't focus on the main character so much, just the world. And it's like if you scan through it, it's like, yeah, this reminds me of Horizon, but it's not quite complete ripoff yet. And then you start like you could tell like they were being shady with this trailer. You could tell. They were
absolutely.
They were
Oh, yeah.
10
obviously
seconds in is
showing-
then it comes out.
Well, they were just showing like, the things they wanted to show to make it not like if PlayStation was putting this on their blog or, had it in like coming soon, like on their YouTube, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to look, but I don't see anything of PlayStation actually actively marketing it, other than it was like the trailer just came out. It was like,
But did they share the trailer on their socials, or am I mistaken?
I don't think so. I'm looking unless I'm
Unless
I'm
it was
not able to.
taken down or something.
I had found an
Oh
article.
yeah, it was on PlayStation or YouTube.
I got an article here from Gamatsu that says that apparently PlayStation shared it on their Chinese social network accounts.
Oh,
okay. Sure.
Wow. Wait, where's Tencent located? Aren't they in China?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Hang
here.
on there.
I don't know.
This
I
all
think-
does remind me very, very much. Does anyone remember the God of War ripoff game that came to Xbox? It was like Zeus of Child, and it was just Kratos.
Yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. Oh,
And
damn.
it was literally the Zeus of Child, and
it's like not child.
That name.
honestly,
I do
and it
remember
was
a
just
God
like
of War like
it was
game
like
for that.
Timu,
Yeah,
Timu Kratos, and it got taken down within like a week.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's wacky.
Love that. I love that. That's
I mean,
crazy.
here's the thing. What's gonna like it's what's gonna be the set the precedent, because right now we've got Nintendo with Power World and now this with Sony. Whatever gets resolved first is going to be the legal precedent going forward, and all either or party needs to do is be like, look at this case, and it's exact same thing. And whether it's in favor of Power World and Tencent, or it's in favor of Sony and Nintendo, which I mean, the thing is, when you're trying to protect, like when you're trying to fight copyright law, or try to protect your own trademark, it's you have to have like enough sort of like, even if things sort of seem sort of close, you still have to have enough evidence to be able to like still try to protect it. So
Well, yeah, look at the Power World case, right? Where everyone
Exactly.
was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like completely Pokemon," and now it's like, how many months into this case, and we're like learning like, oh, things may actually not go in the favor of like Pokemon, in Nintendo.
Yeah, because they patented moves and stuff in Power
There was
World
that too, yeah.
release.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's like, well,
so it's
bit of trickery there.
It's interesting because this is also like, we have these developers at these big studios that are fighting for, and like voice actors that are fighting for their right to be creative and to be artists against AI. And now it's like you have these huge studios that are fighting for their right to all of this creative, IP that these developers made just to kind of hold the money that they have, and like these IPs that make them big money. And it's like, bit of karma. Sucks both ways, but a bit of karma.
Yep.
Crazy times. One thing I want to end on is the direct prediction, if there is one. So we're just gonna pretend it's been announced. Anyone? Any predictions? What do we got?
What Metroid official release date?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Metroid Prime 4. When do you think it's coming out? September?
Yeah, probably somewhere in the fall. Just that, whatever the hot spot is around that time.
Yeah, I'm still saying potentially September. I'm still saying September.
Could be. I think we're looking at pretty early in the fall. What I played was pretty polished when we got to demo it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
It was feeling good. Very good.
And it recently just got rated as well, too.
Yeah.
In Korea, I think. So, we're going to say,
my
Stevie?
big hope for this entire direct would be to get some sort of huge Mario Kart World roadmap. I think that's the biggest omission right now. Is that? Like if anything,
or at least
we get
some sort of direction as to what's gonna
like
what's the
direct
future.
coming later on.
I just want a free update, and they're like,
I think a free update's coming.
Like a Bananza update.
World events.
I think Bananza update's coming.
Yeah.
I think if I don't know if they'll go full
like they might say
into Mario Kart World update, or roadmap, but I think they may do like an update and then hint to another direct coming that's going to talk about the future of Mario Kart World and what those updates
Yeah,
like that.
I could see that being like either August or September, sort of like if they want to do a special specific like direct for that. I could see that happening for sure.
I'm hoping for something Zelda as always. But
I thought you were gonna say Death Stranding that's coming to the Switch.
I think actually probably
any director's cut. That's a shit.
Just cut S. Caboose, you get to play on the go.
It's good. I don't really get to sleep on planes very often, so I can carry my Switch with me.
So here's the question though about this direct. Do we think it's an actual proper Nintendo Direct, or do we think it's like a partner showcase in Indie Worlds?
No, it's got to be a proper direct.
It's a proper direct that will obviously it will still have third party. Like, I think it's gonna be a big direct.
I'm defensive if this is happening. I feel like it would have
sure,
been announced
but
today.
given that we have Prime, we have Kirby Air Riders, we have what was the other big one to come out?
It's Tuesday.
Legend or Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule
Warriors.
They have.
And I thought there's one other big one to come out aside from Pokemon.
Oh, did you say Kirby Air Riders?
Splatoon. Yeah. So I feel like there's like
Kirby.
There's enough there to be like
Forgotten Lands update.
Like,
to fill out a direct.
Yeah, Forgotten. Yeah.
There's a lot there to fill out a direct, but I also feel like they don't need to give this information.
They have gone
right
up to 12 hours without announcing, like just before announcing a direct.
Yeah,
12 hours like the max.
Yeah, but I feel like
Camille, I would argue against the notion that they don't need to do one. I feel like right now is the most important time to start talking.
Donkey Kong just came out. Like honestly, I could see them doing an August direct if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they have to rush to do a direct right now.
August 1st is this week.
And we're at Tuesday.
I want it now.
Tuesday. Maybe it's next week. Who knows? But like, I'm still on the fence if this is happening now. What I would expect if this is a proper direct is also something Mario, given that they updated the 40th anniversary logo for Mario. So
They didn't. That was fake, by the way.
Was it?
It was fake. Yeah.
No.
But I do think they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
They've done.
Like,
They did.
tease it.
They did 25th, 30th, and 35th. So they're doing
Yeah.
a 40th. Like
They have
100% they will. But
But
Yeah,
is-
they might
and
save that till September
But no,
because that's
like, if
actually
that's-
Mario anniversary time.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Is it something they tease now, and then they reveal in September for to come out in the holiday season?
I think it only depends on if they have anything to announce. Like if it's just sort of like a hey, here's our anniversary thing, get discounts in the eShop or what have you. They totally would save that till just like when they're ready to talk about the anniversary in September. But if they have a game or something to announce with it, who knows? I mean, but then again,
But,
they did
yeah.
just drop Mario Paint, so
Yeah, well, and Nintendo's been known, like, in their when it's an anniversary, like whether it's Luigi or Mario, they drop things throughout the year. Like, they don't do like a proper direct for all of Mario. They'll do like, okay, this is coming out. It's Mario's anniversary or Luigi's anniversary. You're gonna get this on the eShop. You trade in your coins, whatever it is. Like, it's everywhere. Like, they don't. It looks like
Yeah,
there's,
this
no
is,
organization
like-
for the anniversary, but it's like,
Yeah.
I think that's how they celebrate it. It's like,
I think they're
coming out-
very selective about how they do that sort of thing too, because the year of Luigi was like an unmitigated
So sad.
disaster for them.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they lost a ton of money. So
But they were
I think they're
desperate.
very
That was the Wii U era.
that was the Wii U era. Yeah, that was not a great era for them. But I think they'll do something. I would. You can kind of lay it out, right? Like you can kind of piece it together if you look at it. Like, we need Mario Kart content, so that's an easy one for the 40th anniversary to hit. I'm assuming they have a new Mario game that they could say this is coming next year. Blah blah blah. Look forward to that. And then, maybe Mario Wonder gets a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, like things like that. Maybe updates the 3D All Stars. Drop Mario Galaxy 2 in there. Drop
New
that
levels
for
to
6
Mario
months.
Wonder would be amazing.
I feel like
That
they'll
would-
do it. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
throw Donkey Kong in there or something, some sort of expansion. I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you can do.
See, the problem I think having a direct in August, then there's no way Prime is coming out in September. That's like a whole month. That's like a month just for
Yeah, but Nintendo's been known to do stuff like that. And
a
I-
month.
That's why
Go
I'm
for a
saying
game?
that,
and
that's why I'm
Metroid-
leaning
and Metroid
towards.
Prime isn't like it's a big title, but it's not a big title, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah,
it's
that's why I'm
really-
saying that.
yeah.
They do
partner
it on
or
purpose to that franchise. Then like they're just like it's Metroid, whatever. Like
Yeah, because no one comes out and buys it.
Well, we also know so 2 games got rated by them. We have Metroid
Yeah.
Prime 4 got rated, so we know it's pretty close to being done, and Splatoon Raiders got rated.
Yeah.
So those games, I don't know where they slot in their schedule, but they're pretty close to completion if they're getting rated by the ESRB and other rating boards. So
Right, but the only thing that we're basically kind of only missing from those is just release dates. So
oh, exactly,
like
right.
that's
So
why I'm
I
saying
think
like it could be a Nintendo
sure.
Nintendo Today update, like they did
Yeah.
with Dragon Drive, or it's like a social media, like just a quick update trailer. That's why again I am as much as I would love a proper Nintendo Direct now. I'm kind of guessing that that's why I'm leaning towards the partner or an Indie World Showcase and then saving the big one for September, which they have done in the past.
They could, yeah. I think that's totally feasible. I think the biggest thing they need to do is let the third parties start talking about the games they're making for this thing, because
exactly.
they're going to float Nintendo in between these core releases. But Nintendo's got a pretty stacked lineup, but they do need to start hitting these dates, and they need to start painting. They need to leave a carrot post holiday.
Oh, painting. I see what you do there.
Big painting guy, big Mario paint fan. So I had to get it in there. No, I think that it could go any way, right? Like they could just drop a couple of release dates and kind of satiate people and hold on till September. If we don't get a direct this week, I don't think we're getting like a core Nintendo Direct. I don't think we're getting it till September. I think they could drop the dates and do whatever they want. And I think they could still do the third party thing, but if we don't get it this week, then I don't think it's happening.
Do you think so? You don't think it could happen next week?
I think it could. I think it's this week, or bust. Yeah, I think it's this week or bust.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my guess. I do think that they need to start talking about stuff though, because their hardware is sitting and they need it to move again. So they need to get people excited.
In your next wave,
They-
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Stevie, with Xbox announcing that Hollow Knight is playable at Gamescom, does this mean it's not coming out anytime soon?
No,
And
I think it
also,
has a very good chance of
how's the
coming
rest of your
out
week
soon.
going?
Rest of my week is going good. I guess I'm just waiting on this, supposed Nintendo Direct. But in regards to Silk Song, which is very exciting. I mean, being at Gamescom, I think that's indicative of it coming out very soon. That and it's playable. It's going to be playable at an art show in Australia for whatever reason. That's going to be one of the main points of its tour. But I do genuinely think that given Sarah Bond's comment of it being playable by the time the ROG Xbox Ally comes out, that kind of gives us a window of maybe a release in September or October, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So I think Gamescom being where it is, I think there's a good chance that you get some good hands on it from the public, and then Team Cherry maybe being confident enough to be like, okay, we're ready. And
My
here's the date,
guess,
here's the
my
date.
guess is that we probably will see a proper trailer with a release date at Opening Night Live.
I
Because
agree.
opening up the show
What is
with
that?
that and saying, and it's now playable on the show floor at the Xbox booth, like that's a perfect sort of segue. And because Gamescom is kind of like this is the sort of the hybrid Gamescom Jeff Keighley sort of joint. I think Gamescom would probably want to be able to like include some of that stuff that you could be able to play on the show floor than just a traditional Jeff Keighley just sort of announcement sort of type deal. So and who's Jeff to say no that oh no, I don't want to put Silk Song in my thing. No, of course, like I think it's that's my guess is like when we're gonna.
It's heavily tied to the ROG Ally Xbox too, so I think, and that's super playable on the floor. So I think it'll be a good time to show it and finally get a date.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you're right, Steve. Like September, October is probably a good release date for that.
Prime, it's cherry season, baby.
Oh hell yeah!
Riley, what's going on for you the rest of the week?
I don't know, man. I'm so tired. I don't know.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
I
are
feel
you
that.
specifically tired, Riley?
I don't
What
know.
are you?
I don't
What are you
know.
hiding?
Tired. I'm not. I don't know. Just a lack of sleep. I'm being very transparent about that, I guess. But no, I'm
Donkey
tired.
Kong.
Yeah, I have too much Donkey Kong. I'm so close to beating it though. I'm gonna 100% that bad boy, and then I'm gonna be pissed off that it's over. So that's the grind I'm on. But no, other than that, my friend actually made fun of me. He's like, "Oh, just working away, doing every single episode of the podcast as my sign off." So working away, got lots of stuff coming up. So stay tuned.
Just hitting the
Shout out-
iron. Just
Shout out
hitting
to
the
Billy.
paper.
Last
calling me
time.
out on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Caboose, how about you?
Yeah, not much. Still playing some more Donkey Kong Bonanza and just hanging out. I'm gonna go watch Fantastic Four again this weekend. I really
Nice.
liked it.
Is that popcorn bucket? Was that?
Yeah. it's a little-
When we went to the Illuminarium after
Was
the
that?
screening, they had little things you could put candy in. So we got a little.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
yeah,
cute.
You could put popcorn in this. I mean, I guess that's kind of what it's supposed to like be.
Can you
Not
put
pretzels?
pretzels in them?
Yeah.
None for you, unfortunately, but you certainly could. Or anybody else on this panel.
Could I have pretzels in it?
No, that's all right. But yeah. So. Just admit you like the Donkey Kong demo, and we'll think about it.
I didn't think it demoed well, Aaron, and I
Why
want.
did you not get in the pretzel, Riley?
I didn't think it demoed well.
Go
This is
sleep.
bullshit. I'm pissed.
But but yeah, that's it. That's it. Played some more Donkey Kong Bonanza,
Oh, yeah.
and then also being upset that apparently WB Games is working on another live service title. But
yeah.
Hey, fool me once.
Right?
Another DC live. service
lose me
title.
$200+ million once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's it. That's all that's going on for me. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at KaboosEK.
Did they ever end that game?
Oh, it's done.
No, it's
Like
not. Yeah, they did it that
they
what?
sealed it and like have a
Oh,
proper ending.
They came out with like one final update, and then they very clearly made like a motion comic that they threw together in 2 seconds that hints that yes, the Justice League were all clones, and then the real Justice League comes to save
Such
the
a
day.
fake out.
But the thing is like
except for Wonder Woman
really died.
She's actually dead.
She's dead.
She's dead. Yeah.
So I
Spoilers.
I don't know. Oh, spoiler!
Can
I know
you buy the game?
Itching to play it. But yeah,
How do you think? Can you even buy the game, or is it taken off?
I think it's still out. I think it's.
Yeah, I
it's
think
still
I
it
available.
remember seeing it at like a discount for like $4.
Yeah.
Steve Saylor, how about you?
Which was fun.
Not much. Just kind of continuing on with my daily show on YouTube, talking about the latest gaming news and or accessibility news. And got some stuff coming up for some TTRPG stuff, but can't talk about it just yet. But expect an announcement on the next one shot for our show, Dungeons Disabled, very soon.
Awesome. Also, it's still available. It's $90.
90
Is it?
bucks? What?
On what?
No.
On what platform?
On Steam.
Oh,
$90. This is a big steal. It's pick it up. Pick it up now.
damn.
Camille, how about yourself?
90 bucks? No way.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what you could do with $90?
You could get another copy of Donkey Kong Bananza.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Get a friend to front you the tax on it, but other than that, you're set.
Yeah, you're set.
You're good.
Just trade in some pretzels for your friend to front you the tax.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
right.
You got like $12 on you, man. I just out of curiosity.
Well, okay,
For
you
you?
could buy it. You could buy
No.
it at Best
For
Buy.
you?
You could buy it at Best Buy, probably Walmart as well for like $20.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Walmart always
Frank.
helping us out,
He was just a
Exactly.
prank. I would give you 13 if you ask.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I got you.
Oh, okay. You pranked me good.
I'm just
you
my thing.
prankster.
I'm just
This
the tricky
week,
guy.
those
That's my thing.
This week, what am I doing? I am prepping for NASCAR. We are 2 races away till championship for eNASCAR, so it's
Oh, yeah?
pretty exciting. The season is almost done, and drivers have been just surprising us left and right.
Does
And
Dale
then
Earnhardt
Jr.
Jr. still race?
on Sim?
Yeah, sure.
No,
What?
not on Sim. But he
Okay.
but he still races
What
on
do you-
track.
What kind of second-rate thing is
What?
this? Like, what is this?
This is officially
Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
NASCAR.
Are they
Well, the
using
trophy-
legit wheels
the
too? I
trophy
can't remember.
Is
if
actually
they
the
do.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. trophy, and he shows up at championship in Charlotte and hands over the trophy, and he's on the show.
So he's around.
Yeah, he's around. He's a part
He's
of
there,
it.
he's
He's a
there.
part of
Oh,
it.
yeah,
He's a
all
part
right.
of it.
Is he?
They're using actual wheels,
That's
right, Camille?
good.
Or there's no controllers allowed.
Well, yeah, they're using wheels. And
Wheels-
some of them have full rigs, with seats, everything. Some of them do, desk setups. So it's pretty versatile. But
Do they drive for like 18 hours?
they drive a lot, and a lot of the drivers actually convert over to real life real life racing, with big teams. So actually,
I heard about a movie. Well, that happened in a movie once.
It happened in a movie. But actually, the truck champion for eNASCAR, he actually started with the championship truck for NASCAR started in eNASCAR, sim racing. So it's pretty cool.
That's
Raja Karuth,
crazy.
it's pretty big, and he's like the first black driver to actually, win a championship for truck racing. So it's crazy. It's blowing up
Nice.
everywhere.
Nice.
Cool.
And yeah, still doing that. And yeah, we have a show, Racing America, that you could check out along. But everything for me, this is
Cool.
Tamco on all social medias. And maybe watching the Fantastic Four again. That's a good idea. 'Cause
Yes.
I loved the movie.
It's so good.
I love it.
I can't wait to
It's
see
so
it this weekend with my dad.
I actually really want to
It's
see
gonna be
Naked Gun. I might do that.
Oh, that
I
too.
heard
I want to go see it.
I want to
Yeah.
see that as well. Adam wanted to see Weapons, but I think I'm too scared.
Oh, that looks
Oh, that
so
one looks
good.
crazy.
Oh my
That
Oh,
looks really
With
good.
just Naruto running into the woods.
Yeah. Nope. Naruto running is supposed to be a happy place, and they just made that scary.
Naruto running.
Well, now it's weapons running. So
There you go.
Weapons and
right.
together looks absolutely nuts.
yeah, really high ratings for both of them too.
Yeah.
Critically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a horror movie guy. I don't like scary things, but Weapons has my full attention. I'm like, that
Same.
looks
Hell yeah.
crazy.
It
Yeah.
does
It's a
look
neat concept for sure.
That's the hard part because it's like I'm not a horror person at all, but it's like something that's that intriguing. It's just like, ooh, okay, I want to watch this, but I'm also really scared I'm gonna pee my pants, which I probably would. And
Barbarian was
Yeah.
crazy.
Bring some extra pants.
just bring extra pants.
There you
Bring
go.
a water bottle and extra
Yeah.
pants.
There you
You're
go.
set.
Pants.
You're set.
Extra pants. You're set.
You'll never regret bringing extra pants.
You should always have extra pants. But also, King of the Hill. It's coming back, so I'm
Yep.
gonna be dedicated.
It
to
sure
so
it.
random.
What is random about
Dang
King
it,
of the
Bobby.
Hill? King of the
No,
Hill.
it's just the fact that you're like,
Oh,
King of
blah,
Hill,
blah, blah,
can't
blah.
wait.
I honestly can't wait. I've been rewatching
God damn it,
original
Bobby.
King of the Hill on Disney Plus,
Charcoal.
and I'm
Propane.
so obsessed with it because I think when you watch it when you're older, there's so many more things you could connect with it. So I can't wait for
Alright.
King of the Hill.
Racing
I
and
have
King of
been
the Hill
rewatching
for
King of the
Camille.
Hill. It's very funny.
It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing some Grounded 2. It came out today, and I'll be going to Germany. So see you later.
Nice.
That's it. That's all I
Oh,
got.
you're going.
I'm going. I'm on,
All right.
this week, not 2 weeks from now, or 3
Oh,
weeks,
nice.
whatever Gamecom is. It's on 19th, by the way. Jeff show's happening then. So
Great.
Oh, so you're going during Gamescom?
no, I'm going this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused.
There you go. All right. We'll see everyone here next week. We'll know if it's a direct happen or not. All right. Take care,
Yeah,
everyone.
true. We'll talk about it.
No.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.